Hi everybody, my name is Rachel and I am a dietitian for the Cambridge Public Health Department. So as a dietitian, I get to help people learn how to eat for their best health. And for today, what we're going to talk about are one of my favorite fall fruits, the pear, which is actually October's harvest of the month. So let's go on and learn a little bit about pears together. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do together are some fun facts. Here we go. Number 1, did you know that a pear tree can actually produce fruit for over 100 years? That is a very long time for a fruit tree. And there are hardier varieties that do better in colder climates, like here in New England. So we grow lots of pears here. Number 2, did you know that when you cut into a pear, sometimes it turns a little brown, like an apple does? This process is called oxidation, and it's a totally normal thing that happens when the insides of some fruits meet the oxygen in our air. You can actually stop the browning process, or oxidation, really simply. All you have to do is make a quick little mixture of 50% lemon juice and 50% water. And then you dip your fruit in, or you can brush it on. That should slow the browning process. All right, number 3. Did you know that there are over 5,000 kinds of pears? That is so many pears to try. There are different kinds in different climates. And here in colder climates, you might find Bartlett pears or luscious pears or Harrow's Delight or a Flemish Beauty. So look for those next time you go to the grocery store or the farmer's market. And lastly, number 4. Did you know that in Oregon, they love pears so much that they actually made it the state fruit? So if you ever go to Oregon, make sure to try some of their delicious pears. All right, we're all done here. Let's go make a snack. Okay, so we're ready to cook. What we're going to make today is a delicious sweet pear toast. And you could also do it on crackers if you don't have toast. But we're just going to walk through it really quickly, and then we're going to get to see what it looks like at the end. Hopefully we're all really excited to try it at home. All right, so first things first, what you're going to want to do is wash your hands. So just under some nice cool water for about 20 seconds. Get it really soapy in there. Get the tops of your hands. We're all experts on washing our hands now. I've already washed my hands, so we're going to move right on to step number 2. So we should toast our bread, which our bread is already toasted. Perfect. And then next what we're going to do is just put a little bit of peanut butter, or if you don't like peanut butter, you could also use some cream cheese, just something to help stick our pears to our toast a little bit. And you're just going to spread it on the toast however much you like. All right, that looks pretty good. Perfect. Step done. All right, step number 3, what we're going to do is cut into our pear. So for this step, you probably need to get an adult. And we are going to talk about a little bit of safe cutting at home. So if you are older or if you're working with an adult, this is what we're going to do to make sure that we are cutting safely. So for a pear, because they're so round, the first thing we're going to do is cut them right down the middle so we can have a flat surface to cut on. So here we go. Perfect. So we've got a nice juicy pear here. This one's going to be great on our toast. You can take the skin off of pears or you can leave it on. I love the skin, so I just leave it right on when I make things with it. All right, now that we have our nice flat surface, what we're going to do is take our knife and we are going to make very nice, slow, steady cuts. The important thing to remember is the non-cutting hand. So we want to tuck our fingers underneath like a little bear claw. That way when we go to make cuts, if we do come in contact with our fingers, we're just going to hit the smooth part of our knuckles and not chop our fingers off, which is the really dangerous part of cutting. All right, so we're going to tuck our fingers underneath and we're just going to make a few little cuts around the core. We don't want to get those seeds. Flip it around, get a few more. Cut them nice and thin. It should be good. All right. And then we're just going to layer our pears right on top of the peanut butter. So here we go. That looks delicious. And you can put a ton of pears on. You can just put one small layer. I love my pears, so I'm going to put a bunch on there. All right, so that's ready to go. And then last couple of things you can take or leave. So I like to just sprinkle a few little nuts on mine. These are walnuts. I'm going to put just a few. I like the added crunch. Okay, and then something to help hold everything together a little bit on top can help. So get a little dose of added sweetness. Though our pears are pretty sweet, we don't need too much. I'm going to put just a little drizzle of honey on top. All right, that is it. Really simple, and we are all ready to enjoy our sweet pear toast. Do you know how to tell if a pear is ripe or ready to eat? You check the neck. What that means is using your thumb or your forefinger, you're just going to gently press in at the very top of the pear, near to where the stem is. If you feel the pear give just a little bit under gentle pressure, that means that your pear is ripe or ready to eat. If it doesn't give, you should give it a few days before you go ahead and eat that pear. Otherwise, it might be a little too hard and not juicy the way we love our pears. If it's soft around the middle, it actually might be too ripe, and it would be really kind of mushy and maybe too juicy for you to eat just by hand. But those pears go great in other things, like mixed into oatmeal or also in a smoothie. Now we know how to make sure that a pear is ripe. Check next time you're in the grocery store to be sure that you get a pear that's ready to eat. All right, well, that's all the time that we have for today. So thank you so much for tuning in and listening from your friends at Cambridge in Motion and the Cambridge Public Health Department. I really hope that everyone had some fun, you learned something new, and maybe you're looking forward to trying the October harvest of the month, whether it be canned or frozen or some fresh pears. Until next time, bye!